how do I manage my self-talk? So I thought we'd give a little presentation today on how to manage. So there are several different steps that we can take for this. But step number one is when you get out of bed in the morning, what is it that you say to yourself, right? So you get out of bed, you put your feet over the edge, like Wayne Dyer, right? You stick your feet on the floor. You take your deep breath in of gratitude. Thank you, thank you, thank you, right? Gratitude for the day. And then what is the phrase that you say to yourself? Today is going to be a great day. Think about that. Just that one sentence, that one phrase. Today is going to be a great day. Now, you can do that, or you can start out this way. It's going to be one of those days. Now, if you've ever started a day with, it's going to be one of those days, how'd that day turn out for you? It turned out exactly the way you set your intention for it to turn out. It's going to be one of those days, and it was. What about it's going to be a fantastic day today? Chances are your day turned out exactly the way you set the intention for it to be. So step number one is set the intention, right? Set the intention. Here's why that works. Now, if you are familiar with the brain and the fact that it is pliable, right? This book right here, The Power of Neuroplasticity, the moldability of the brain, right? We have all been programmed from the time we were born until now. We've been programmed by everybody around us. We've been told no, I don't know how many thousands and thousands and thousands of times. We've been told we're not over and over and over again. Guess what? Now we have an opportunity to reprogram ourselves. We have an opportunity to set the intention of exactly what we want our days to look like before the day even starts, right? The second we get out of bed, we get to start controlling the narrative of the brain. We've got to control what we say when we talk to ourselves, right? What to say when you talk to yourself. And then what happens when we're going through the day and we have all these negative thoughts start coming in, right? Oh my gosh, there's no way I can get that done. I'm just not good enough. I don't know enough. I'm not. Or, oh my gosh, what if I get in a car crash? Oh my gosh, what if I catch COVID? Oh my gosh, what if? And then we follow up that what if with all of these negative thoughts. How in the world do we stop and turn the volume down on the negative and turn the volume up on the positive? You already set the intention in the morning, right? Today's going to be a fantastic day. And because you set the intention, you're going to also notice the fact that some of these thoughts popping in are pretty negative, and you catch them the second you notice they're negative, and you turn the volume down and then turn the volume up on your positive thoughts. What if I get the job? What if this job interview goes so crazy good? What if they give me a raise? What if I have the best day of my life? What if on the positive side, right? Makes all the difference in the world. We can sit and we can wallow in the misery of our negative thinking, or we can look at the future, right? Touch base with you, go, you know what? I'm in it for the long haul. I believe in my ability to work it out. Let's go. And we take the action, we start going forward, we move forward. Worst case scenario, we take Mel Robbins one, boom, you tell yourself a new story and you move on. You move forward, right? It removes that hesitation of the brain. And again, you're changing your pattern. You're interrupting the pattern. You're doing the pattern interrupt, right? You're interrupting the pattern and replacing it with something positive. All right, so that was number two. So number one was set the intention. Number two is a pattern interrupt and turning the volume down, turning the volume up on the positive. If you need something to say when you talk to yourself, if you need something positive, this book right here, What to Say When You Talk to Yourself, will help you draft some of those words, some of those statements that you can utilize to help get yourself out of a funk, right? So those positive words, those positive chants when you're running, when you're jogging, when you're on the road, or you're on that stupid bike. I hate that bike, but it does a lot of good things for me, so I jump on it from time to time, right? Now, step number three. By the way, if you like what you're hearing, like the channel, subscribe to it, hit the bell so that you're notified every time we go live, because I would love to have you here listening to David Adams Speaks on a variety of different personal leadership and communication topics. All right, step number three. what goes through you sticks to you. So you've got to be careful what goes through you. I was sitting in a business meeting, again, 17,500 people in the MGM Grand, and Hubert Humphrey stands up, and that's exactly what he said. What goes through you sticks to you, so you've got to be careful what goes through you. And that's when he started talking about reading for 30 minutes every day. That's when he started talking about going to Fantasy Island for 30 minutes every day. If you're putting positive into your mind, the chances of negative thoughts coming into your mind are significantly reduced. If you turn off the radio and turn on Automobile University, as Zig Ziglar always talks about, right? Then all of a sudden we have more positive ideas coming in, more positive thoughts coming in, less negative thoughts coming in, which means if there's more positive coming in, there's more positive going out. If we turn off the news, right? We're not watching the news. Maybe we're watching a tutorial, or we're watching a course, or we're watching something that's positive like this, that's going to help us think a little bit differently, help us transform the way we do things. Just a little shift. Those little shifts end up getting us exactly where we want to be, right? So again, what kind of books do you read? Are we reading? Never mind, I'm not going to go there. But are we reading books that are putting negative things into our mind, or are we reading books that are filling our mind with positivity and ideas that help us move forward, that help us serve others, that give us an attitude of gratitude in our hearts, right? What is it? What is it that we're watching? What is it that we're listening to? What is it that we're reading that can make a positive influence on the world? Because what comes in goes out. What goes through you sticks to you. So again, step number one, set the intention. You wake up in the morning, you set the intention. Today is going to be a great day. Step number two, we get negative thoughts coming in, pattern interrupt. Pattern interrupt. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Mel Robbins, woo! Boom, we change the thought process, right? Step number three, what goes through you sticks to you. Control the information that goes through you. If you haven't read this one, As a Man Thinketh by James Allen, brilliant book. We become exactly what we think. We are where we are right now because of the thoughts that we have been thinking for years. And if we want a better outcome later, we have got to plant better thoughts now, right? There's nothing we can do about the past. It's done. It's gone. But we can change something today by changing the thoughts that we think, which ultimately will change our end result a year from now, 3 years from now, 5 years from now, 20 years from now. We plant those idea seeds now, and they grow and they sprout later. All right? I really appreciate you guys for watching. I love you guys, and we will see you again tomorrow. This live stream takes forever to close down.